So I understand that you had a part to play in the making of the original Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2 arcade games. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience?
So I'll say oops and sorry ahead of time. And Hadouken was a mistake. And I'll backtrack on this a little. I was doing a lot of modeling back then, and our agency had at one time asked you to fill out an application of what are your skills? What can you do? And of course, martial arts I put down, or I checked off the box. And they mark everything for everybody that puts anything as expert. That's just the way it was back then. I think it still is that way today. So I had a no audition show up at Capcom, and I think it was Santa Clara here in Silicon Valley, where they put me in a suit and had a couple white tagged balls all over it, a sketch artist, a cameraman, old film, and some video cameras, and they literally said, show us some forms. Of course, we're Goju, we say kata. And then they said, show us your fighting stance and your punches, which we just say, okay, your waza or your dachi. Yeah, when they said, show us blocking, I did what's called Mawashi-uke. And today that Mawashi-uke turned into Hadouken. It's from a green belt teenager who has the world he thinks is all on his shoulders and he's a hot shot. Trust me, it was wrong. It was a mistake. That was the sloppiest Mawashi-uke you can ever think of.
And you had no idea what moves they were going to use for what purpose at the time. Is that correct?
I had no clue. I didn't even see the video game for the first time until maybe 1991 or 92. I had no idea what it was. I knew it was up for a video game, and I knew it was from Capcom. But to see my name on the credits, or a friend told me one day my name was on the credits, I thought, oh, uh-oh. Hopefully my sensei doesn't see it. He didn't even know about it himself until I think 1998.
So did you model any specific characters, or was it just for general reference for all the characters in the game?
It was the general reference, so all the characters. Every one of them are pretty much doing the exact same techniques. That's for the old versions. I've seen the new versions. I'm pretty sure they used new models and characters, or they went to competitions and film competitors, and they made up for it. The old version in the 80s, late 80s and 90s, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. They of course they drew muscles all over it. My biceps weren't the size of my head, but they can animate anything.
So you're telling me that wasn't actually you smashing all the cars in those bonus levels?
Nah, well, yeah, sure.
Of course. Well, if it's any consolation, I love that game growing up, and a lot of people do. So if that makes you feel bad about any of it, I definitely would like to thank you on that behalf.
Oh, well, thank you. When you look at that Mawashi-uke, I can't do it the way I did when I was a green belt.
No matter we just look at the game then.
No matter how hard I try. And if I could, I'll never do it that way again. I promise.
Celebrate the art of Goju Karate with this commemorative Forefather t-shirt, available only here at Art of One Dojo. Pick yours up on the product shelf below the video or at the link in the description.